And I do want to welcome Elise Jordan to the table. People are seeing you as we continue this discussion. But let's go back into the document for a moment, and we'll bring you here into the conversation. Necklace, Susan Necklace, Donald Trump's attorney, asking Stormy Daniels, you gave a whole description of what President Trump's hotel suite looked like. Daniels, yes. Necklace, black and white tile. You recall that? Daniels, yes. Necklace, you said you were supposed to include detail in your testimony. They said you were supposed to include detail in your testimony. Daniels, there's nothing wrong with preparing a witness. I would hope that any attorney would do that. Daniels, there's nothing wrong with detail. They are truthful facts. I don't need to match things to my book. Necklace, you know there is no way to check on the details of what you said happened. Daniels, right. Necklace, 18 years ago, you said the door was open a crack. Daniels, he was standing right there. It had its own elevator. Necklace, your story about what happened with you and President Trump has changed over the years. Daniels, no. Necklace, you said you met Donald Trump at a celebrity golf tournament in Lake Tahoe. Daniels, yes. Necklace, Aaron Rodgers, Dan Quayle, Drew Brees, Charles Barkley, Ben Roethlisberger, many celebrities were there. Daniels, yes, and the questioning is continuing. So, Elise, there's been a lot of questions today about Stormy Daniels' story, whether it's changed over the years, whether she's been truthful about this affair, as we were just discussing with the lawyers. In many ways, whether or not the allegations about the affair or the sexual encounter are true are irrelevant when it comes to the crime. But we know it could have made a difference, right, politically for Trump. And that is why the prosecutors are saying he wanted it covered up. What do you think that, I mean, when you think back to 2016, is the story about Stormy Daniels that she's telling something that could have made a difference?
Well, I remember the night that the Access Hollywood tape broke, and I was spinning it here, and it was quite a flurry of activity, and it was just crazy hearing in real time Donald Trump and what he said about women. And it did seem initially, oh, is this the October surprise that's going to make a difference? But then Jim Comey had other ideas. And so you just never really know how something's going to hit in an election cycle, something that you think could be really, really big. Who knows? I'm not going to, second guess if this would have changed the course of the election necessarily. But for a lot of voters who are considering voting for Hillary Clinton in 2016, I did hear in focus groups after the Comey letter was introduced, they hesitated and they wavered and they decided not to cross that boundary. And here today, I think this trial is emblematic of the polarization of everyone in America right now. Everyone has fixed opinions of the two lead characters, Donald Trump, Stormy Daniels. Very little of what is said or goes down at this trial is going to change the political landscape.
I have to wonder, though, if all of these details being just brought up, bubbling back to the surface now before another election where Donald Trump is a candidate. I mean, how does this, detail that's coming out in the trial resonate with women who will be going to the polls in November?
I think it's pretty baked in that Donald Trump is a scumbag when it comes to women, and that is what it is. And it's not necessarily going to change. How much worse is this than what was said on the Access Hollywood tape? How much worse is this than the derogatory names he's called women? How much worse is this, some of the things he said about his own daughter?